So today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating and, a deeply optimistic vision of where humanity could be headed. Now, this isn't some dry scientific study. It's more of a personal reflection on where our growing awareness and all this new technology could actually lead us. It's a pretty bold look at a future that, honestly, might be closer than any of us think.
And right out of the gate, the author hits us with this incredibly provocative statement. I mean, talk about high stakes, right? This one sentence suggests we are literally on the edge of a revolution so huge, so profound, that the two things people have worried about for all of history, health and money, could just become things of the past. The big question is, how on earth could that even happen?
Well, their vision starts with what the author calls a great upgrade, and it focuses on the three pillars of our everyday lives: our health, our wealth, and our work. So let's take a look at the problems we're facing today versus the solutions that are being proposed for tomorrow.
This slide really lays out the core of the argument. On the left, you've got the stuff we all know and, let's be honest, don't love. The author points to the hypocrisy in the food and health industries and, of course, the soul-crushing grind of the 9-to-5. But then on the right, you see the vision for the future. Incredibly advanced medical tech, freedom from those old, inefficient jobs, and this really interesting idea of a global wealth transfer, which suggests a total rethink of how resources get distributed around the world.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this all sounds like pure fantasy, right? But the author grounds this whole vision in two key drivers that, let's face it, we are seeing unfold right now. First, there's a growing public awareness. People are starting to question the old systems, they're prioritizing their well-being more than ever before. And second, you've got the insane exponential growth of technology. The idea is that these two forces, when they work together, are going to make this great upgrade not just possible, but maybe inevitable.
But this vision goes way deeper than just better tech and more free time. See, the author argues that all these external changes are really just symptoms of a massive internal shift, what they call a great awakening in human consciousness. And this is where the whole thing becomes truly transformative.
And wow, this quote just brilliantly illustrates that core idea. It's such a powerful metaphor, isn't it? It reframes all the chaos, the conflict, the struggle we see in the world, not as a sign that we're falling apart, but as labor contractions. It suggests that all this global pain we're feeling is actually productive. It's a necessary process right before the birth of something totally new, and maybe even something magical.
So what does this new life actually look like on the other side of those contractions? Well, the author points to three key outcomes. Good people finally rising up and finding their voice, advanced tech revolutionizing all the fundamental parts of our society, and maybe most important of all, a massive societal shift where we finally prioritize human well-being over just making money. But, to create a society like this, you first need to create the right kind of people.
And that leads us right into the third part of this vision, the new school. The argument here is simple. If you want to build this incredible new world, you have to completely overhaul how we educate people. This is the blueprint for raising a generation that can actually sustain this new reality.
And just look at this proposed curriculum for elementary school. It is radically different from anything we do today. Instead of jumping right into reading and math, it starts with ethics, moral values, and spirituality. And in a really interesting move that challenges today's curriculum, the author combines the cosmic, and yes, that includes their specific view on both astrology and astronomy, with the personal, like biology and health psychology. History is still in there, but it's part of a much more holistic foundation, one that's designed to create a well-rounded, conscious human being from the very start.
So what's the ultimate goal of all this? Well, it is incredibly ambitious. It's all about raising a generation that can solve our single biggest problem, the sustainability of our planet. This vision even includes the author's own admittedly questionable but doable idea of using resources from other planets to help heal our own. We're talking about thinking on a truly cosmic scale here.
Which, of course, brings us to the final, crucial question that this whole vision leaves us with. After seeing this blueprint for our health, our work, our consciousness, and our education, you're left to wonder, is this incredibly optimistic future just an inevitable step in our evolution that we just have to wait for? Or is it a dream that will only ever become real if we, you and me, actively choose to build it, starting right now? That's definitely something to think about.